I'm working on that, so I'm like doing a lot of redecorating right now. So just like little personal projects. And at some point in time, I do want to like once I get more settled again. I know I keep talking about this, but like I do want to sometimes like once in a while branch out from cooking and food and drink streams. I might become, you know, once in a while, once in a blue moon, a maker stream. So I like doing arts and crafts too. So one of the things that I think I have as a project coming up, we'll see if I have time. Originally, I was going to do it this past month, but life kind of got busy. And I'm about to start another show, so I don't know when this will happen. But I did want to do like a dungeon meshy stream, so I wanted to build like a Shensi cosplay. So it's possible if I have time, we'll see. I might do some cosplay making streams, which I've never actually made a cosplay, so this will be an adventure for me. But if you guys are familiar with Delicious in Dungeon, it's kind of like a Dungeons and Dragons type tale, except for they get really poor and they have to eat the monsters. And then there's this one character, Senshi, who's like this dwarf who's like really into cooking monsters. And so I kind of want to dress up as him, and I kind of want to make some dishes from Delicious in Dungeon. So that might come up soonish. I haven't fully figured out exactly when I'm going to do that one. But in the near future, definitely flatbread pizza stream, which I will start the dough today, and then we'll do next week. Definitely going to be doing some cookie baking streams. I've got a care package I got to send out, and my show starts next week, so I might show up first day of set with some cookies. So I have an experimental shortbread that I kind of want to try making, where I brown the crap out of like the butter. I pre-bake and brown the flour. It's a bunch of different methods, but I kind of want to create this like super browned shortbread cookie that I think would be really tender and really delicious. So I'm super excited to try that. And then also I have some bananas that I've been storing away. So I'll probably make I think for those who have tuned in with me before, I've made like these sticky toffee date bars, but I actually have a variant which is where it's made with old bananas. So I have these bananas that I've been sitting in the freezer for a little bit. So what I do is I usually make like kind of like a banana fruit leather out of them, and then I use that fruit leather to then make the sticky toffee banana toffee bars, which is kind of like a large cookie bar. So I'll do that, and then the last type of cookie I might do is an icebox cookie, so a lemon icebox cookie, because the person I'm sending it to really likes lemon things. So I'm gonna hit like the trifecta. It's for their birthday, but it's toffee, lemon, and yeah, cookies. So yeah, I'll be doing that. Oh, Delicious in Dungeon cosplay, you like it? Nice. Yeah, I love Delicious in Dungeon. It's just such a. But anyways, that we'll see. I'm gonna see how my show, like how much time my show that starts in a week takes up of my life, and then I'll kind of gauge from there to see if I can start working on a Delicious in Dungeon cosplay. Because I do kind of want to try to do it this year, but we'll see. I'm not 100% sure if I have time. That's like it's one of my bigger like pipe dreams that I want to do. It might just end up being more and more cooking streams, which is fine, because I love cooking and stuff like that. But all right, so I'm gonna put this aside. I'm gonna do a little cleanup, and I'll probably eat and clean up a little bit as we go here, and then we'll kind of use this time to start. We're gonna start making our pizza dough. So, and then once we kind of get the pizza dough going, get it in the fridge, then that'll probably be the end of stream. So, let's do it. Okay. So, first things first. Let's grab some Pyrex. Let's throw these onions. I have more tortillas, so I'll probably be having tacos for the next couple of days for food. So having extra onions and beans is not a bad thing at all. So I'm excited about that. Okay. And then Oh, probably should. Let's not do so much food porny shots now at this point, as you guys can see what I'm doing. So I guess this part's a little boring. It's just me cleaning up a little bit, and then we'll kind of get a dough together, and then we'll kind of go from there. So, just gonna put this cheese away. Didn't really get a chance of what does this. I guess maybe I should have crumbled it like this when I made the cheese instead of using a. Oh, it's a lot like tortilla. It's like salty and dry. I think I liked it better shredded because I think there's too many like chunks of saltiness in there. But let's see what we got here. Okay, so this needs a cap. So do that. I think I'll just eat this last piece of avocado. Just since I'm keeping it. And then the other half will be used for something else. Okay. Okay. These ones are done. I've been going through and cleaning all my camping gear, so it's been taking me a little bit of time. So, my drying rack is right now just covered, and like I've got like Pyreexes, and since I went car camping, I could afford to do Pyreexes in terms of weight. The rest of that's just trash, and then. Okay, salsa is done. Okay, so guess this can go away. Don't think I'll do a full cleanup. I'm just wanted to clear some space so I don't have so much stuff lying around. This one's done. I'll probably do a load of dishes soon. Oh, I didn't wash that though, so I can do the bread. Okay, so now that we've got this done, let's work on the bread. Okay, so we're just going to put the chilaquiles to the side. I just wanted to clear some space so I didn't feel like too overwhelmed. All right, so J. Kenji Lopez bread. So, J. Kenji Lopez, no need pizza. I've been meaning to try this recipe for a while. But basically, if you have a cast iron skillet and some flour, you can make this recipe. That's all it is. So let's Let's throw that in so people can see what I'm doing. But that's the recipe I'll be doing for the pan pizza. I might actually, hold on. Let me mute my stream so you don't get double feedback.
It's late, so everyone's asleep, but I'm going to make some pizza tomorrow, so tonight I'm making some no-knead dough.
Okay. Oh, he did the video recipe, didn't he? Okay, so I think there's a... I think he actually has like an actual... Let's see here. Oh, here's the actual... Okay, foolproof pan pizza. Okay, so for those who are following along, let's add this to the chat. Okay, so this is like a no-knead pizza dough, which I've never done before, and I'm very curious about how it works. So, all right, so about 400 grams. How much does this yield? Makes 2 pizzas. Okay, so I only need to make 1, so I guess we divide this by 2. So I need 200 grams of bread flour. So let's do that. I have my favorite, which is Tony. Oh, this is the pastry flour. This is Tony G's. Yeah, this is Tony G's. So one of my preferred bread flours I like to use is, and actually I'm going to use it for pizza actually for the first time ever, is Tony Giovanni's 00 type flour. It's got a 15% gluten content. So, and it gives like, I don't know, for me, I get like incredible rises when I make my sourdough with it. And so it's just kind of my go-to flour that I use for a lot of things. Especially if I need like that extra gluten for like bread. So like even cinnamon roll, well no, cinnamon rolls I'll use like a softer flour. But like, yeah, any kind of breads I make, I always use this. It's just really nice. And then sometimes I'll cut it with like other types of flours to kind of keep it, you know, like I like whole wheat flour blends and things like that. But yeah, anyhow, I'm blabbing. Let's make some. So 200 grams. 1. And then I'm just going to go entirely with this flour blend for my pizza. Oh, I was going to say, the other thing that this flour is really good for is if you make chengmian noodles. Or like, I don't make lamian because lamian's a little too hard. But hand-pulled noodles, the chengmian style, which is a little more forgiving and better for home cooks to do. This flour is really good for that. Like the high protein plus the 00 makes it really nice for hydration and things like that. And so it makes the dough really good for that purpose. About 197, just a little shy of flour. Let's get 200 grams. There we go. Okay, so 200 grams. Extra dough for later. I could. I don't know if I'm planning on making another pizza anytime soon after this. Or at least with this exact dough recipe. So yes, you could freeze your dough if you wanted to, like if you didn't want 2 pizzas. So if you wanted to make the full thing of pizza, you could make the full recipe and then like put the other half in the freezer and then use it later whenever you want. For me, the next pizza I'm going to make is a Detroit style pizza, which is a completely different, not a completely, but a different recipe. So that's the one I want to. So that's why I don't plan on making. I plan on only just making just enough for me. But I have definitely done that. Like I've made like double crust, throw it in the freezer if I know that I need a lot, and I'm trying to save on time. You can do the same with pizza dough. So, yeah. But I'm only one person, so and I think when I do work and I don't have a lot of time, my work actually we have catering, so I get fed. So when I'm working, I don't really cook as much at home. And then, so what ends up being for streams is I end up baking a lot of foods and bringing it to work, and that's usually what I end up doing. So you'll see once I start a show, I'll start like almost exclusively baking, and I won't be doing as much cooking. So, all right. So 10 grams of kosher salt. So let's zero it out. 10 grams of kosher salt. Oh, I got to add that in too. Thank God I stopped right there. So that's 5 grams of kosher salt, because I'm only making half of this. And then 4 grams of instant yeast. Haven't been doing sourdough. Unfortunately, during my last show, I accidentally killed my sourdough starter. I just kind of neglected it for too long. So, fortunately, though, I have dry copies. So I've been dehydrating copies just in case. I just haven't restarted a new starter in a while, or like haven't revitalized one of the dry copies yet. So I'm actually currently rocking without a sourdough starter for the first time in like 4 years. So basically, I've been keeping my pandemic one alive for basically since the start of the pandemic, and this is the first time I've let it die entirely. And it's just because I've been out of town a lot, and I just haven't been baking as much. I've been really stressed out at work, so yeah. All right, so 2 grams of instant yeast is basically what I'm going for here. And then it says combine flour, salt, yeast, water, and oil in a large bowl. Yeah, okay, so this is like all a one pot, just mix it all at once recipe. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Okay. As I'm just like throwing it and not reading the main directions. Okay. Yeah, and it said water, right? Yeah, water and oil. Okay, so 275 grams of water. Okay. So 275 grams of water. Actually, 275 is half. So really, 275 divided by 2 is 137. Okay. And then 8 grams of extra virgin olive oil. Okay. So 4 grams of oil. There we go. It says combine flour, salt, yeast, water, oil, and mix with a hands or a wooden spoon until no dry flour remains. The bowl should be at least 4 to 6 times volume of the dough for rising. Okay. Cover the bowl tightly with plastic wrap, making sure the edges are well sealed. And let rest at cool room temperature, no warmer, for at least 8 hours for up to 24. Dough should dramatically fill the bowl. Okay, so maybe I'll let it rest for a couple hours outside the... And then I'm going to throw it in the fridge because it's going to be, 24 hours. I don't want it to go too crazy. So... Okay, so... I guess my wooden spoon is here. Let me wash it real quick. My usual wooden spoon is actually being used right now to prop up my my platypus water filter so that it'll dry on the inside properly. So I've been using this turning oar instead. Turning oar. Okay, it's this one that I need. But yeah, we'll mix it up and we'll kind of go from there. And then once this gets mixed in and kind of going, we'll just kind of set it aside and just this really long wait period time, which obviously I'm not going to stream. And so once we kind of get this done, we'll probably raid out and then we'll be live tomorrow for pizza making. What did I do that? I don't know if the wooden spoon was that necessary. Okay. So, one rule that I have when I'm doing baking is I try not to use bench flour if I can help it. So I'll actually go the other route where I use water on my hand to kind of make things mix out a little better, especially if I'm doing bread stuff. Sometimes it's inevitable. Sometimes things are so sticky you just got to use bench flour. But I always find that bench flour tends to, if you use too much, it tends to dry out your dough a little too much. Like, it makes it easier to handle, but then it makes things denser a little bit. So, and I know he says it's no need, but I can't help myself but to need it. So I'm going to do a couple sourdough turns. And then I think after 30 minutes when or an hour, once I kind of let the gluten form, I might do like a quick trifold. For those who have seen me do it, I'll lay my bread out, I'll trifold it out into a sheet, do a letter fold, and then I do another letter fold. And then I use that to create tension, and that builds a lot of nice structure, which then helps keep the dough, I don't know, it just helps keep the dough, gives you a lot of tension, so you get a really nice rise. But I don't think I'm going to do the sourdough thing where I give it a coil fold every so often. I don't think that's necessary since I'm going to be turning this into pizza. But anyways, figured I'd do this. And then let's grab the... So instead of using plastic wrap, I just usually throw a lid. And we'll just let that sit. And yeah, I think that's it in terms of extra things I needed to do. It was a super short thing, which is why I didn't really think I was going to do a stream dedicated to it. But then I realized, you know what? Since I'm already streaming, and I needed a little more content just so that the stream wouldn't be too short, I figured I'd make the dough right now. But this pizza dough is actually super simple to make, which is why I decided to just tack it on as a footnote. And then tomorrow we'll actually make the bread, or we'll make the mushroom flat pizza. I don't know if I'm gonna make it with I might do kind of a white sauce pizza. I haven't decided exactly what I'm gonna make, but it won't be like your traditional pizza with like tomato sauce and all that. It's gonna be like mushrooms and like white sauce and like maybe a kind of cheese. Maybe maybe I end up using the hard cheese. No, I probably should use the proper cheese. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. So, but thank you everybody for hanging out today. It was a really great short stream. Let's see if we can find someone to raid out to. So there's another food and drink person? Yeah. Oh, you had so much fun. You learned a new recipe. Yeah, I'm glad that you had a lot of fun and that you learned something. Yeah, and if you have time tomorrow, I'll be doing pizza. So yeah, we'll. For those who are interested, here, let me throw out. Here's my Discord. That's where I have all my. I'll post when I go live. If you guys want to chat, talk about food, that's there. And then I usually post my more polished photos on my Instagram, and I also say when I go live in my stories a lot. And then you might see me like post camping photos and things like that too there. But that's my Instagram for those who are interested. Let's see who's. Let's see who's live. I did just recently raid Bubs, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. Ooh. What's Kanara up to? She's on just chatting for some reason, so I'm not sure if she's cooking. The other person I was thinking about is music, maybe. Okay, let me put it up for you guys. Would you guys want a music stream? Or do we do another food and drink stream? Maybe we do another food and drink stream. It's been a while since I've rated Kanara. Let's see here. Anyways, let me know. Would you guys want me? Yeah, actually, let's raid Kanara. I haven't raided Kanara in a while. So we're going to raid Kanara. Kanara is a fantastic food and drink streamer. She's like certified in learning how to like in canning and food preservation. She's a great resource. She's great energy. She has a beautiful kitchen, a beautiful oven. So we're gonna pay it forward and send it over to Kanara. So we're gonna raid Kehnara. So if you guys have it, let's see here. Here's our raid command. That's for those who don't have a sub, but if you do have a sub, that's our other one. Yeah, I know Nightbud's not subbed, but it'll bring up our emotes. So for those who are interested, if you guys want to see what it looks like, there's that. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. It was a really fun stream. It was a really short stream. Just kind of great way to start the day. I'll see y'all tomorrow, probably closer to noonish, or no, might start a little early. Probably 11ish tomorrow. It's kind of starting around the same time I did this today, and then we'll kind of go from there, and we'll make some pizza. So yeah. All right. Well, it was great hanging out with you all. Oh, how good, Nay? How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by and saying hello and hanging out. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Rob, with 2 Bs. Thank you for stopping by. I'll have to tune in whenever you're live again in the future, too. I was kind of bummed I only caught, the tail end, but I'm also glad I did, because I got to meet you. So, yeah. All right. Bye, everybody. Let's all give some love to Kanara, and let's say hello. Bye now.